Welcome back to another episode of Outside with Dad. In today's episode, we ride the Great Miami River, where we explore ruins, experience breakdowns, run out of water, and push ourselves to the absolute limits. Ready to go, buddy?
Yep, let's go again.
All right, here we go.
This is my first full trail. It's so last one, it was not 12 miles, it wasn't 13 miles. It was 12.8 miles, and this one's like 15 miles. So it's like an extra 2.5 miles, so you'll get a little more in.
All right, let's get going. All right, Leo, this is called the Great Miami Riverway. And then here's the map over here. All right, so today we're gonna go from Trenton toward Middletown along the Great Miami River Trail. And here's the Great Miami right down there.
Yeah.
All right, off we go. We're heading down the Great Miami River Trail. The Miami is to my left. Off we go. All right, so we're gonna be attempting to do a couple extra miles today. If we get to the area that I'm thinking of, it'll be about a mile further each way. So I should add a couple extra miles to our ride from last week. So Leo was just saying that there's a good thing and a bad thing about this trail. The good thing is there's no screaming cicadas, which is his words, which I agree with. The bad thing is we're in full sun, so it's the middle of the afternoon. Got off to a little bit of a late start. We're watching Miss Evie, our Leo's baby sister, my daughter, for a little bit, but we're off now, so we're enjoying it. Oh yep, and there's the river. Oh, it's very full, isn't it? Look how full that is. Must be the rain we had it was yesterday and maybe the day before, I can't remember now. Yeah, it's very full though. I think this path is actually completely submerged at some point this spring. You can kind of see the mud. We had a lot of flooding in Ohio this spring, but it's starting to clear up now, but I'm surprised that it's still so high. Haven't noticed very many people on the trail yet. We've been on it for about a mile or so, and saw a couple getting their bikes off the trail and putting them back on their truck as we were getting ready to leave, but so far I've only seen one runner and one walker, and that's it. Yeah, that's right. It looks like an old remnants of an old bridge. Yeah, look at that.
I think that's the old bridge.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's across the river. Oh yeah, look.
Yeah, I see. What do you think so far, Leah?
Good.
Pretty cool.
Very hot.
Yeah, the river's flowing pretty fast down there.
Oh my goodness, I want to.
What'd you find, buddy?
There's a pathway leading to the. And now he's coming. If you look up here.
Wow. Oh, that's a pretty good view up there, isn't it?
Yeah, see that.
Wow, yeah. Wow, that river's really flowing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
So we've made our first stop. We're about a mile and a half or so in. I made an addition to my bike. Got this this thing here, but I don't have any side bags yet, so I can't really use it. It's too thin. I don't know if you can tell if I go like this, but it's real thin right here, and the backpack just doesn't stay on it properly. I'm gonna get some nice side bags, and that should give it some width, and then I should be able to get my backpack, other stuff on it. I think we're gonna probably try and make this trip work. This Ohio to Erie trail, I think we're gonna try and do it. Another thing I put on was this right here, this pump, which is now strapped to the bike itself. So we have a pump, we have a repair kit, got a few tools, so a few extras this time. Also, Leo's got a few upgrades as well. He's got a couple of bottle holders on here, so he's able to get his drinks on there. Also, you may have noticed I've now got a helmet. Just trying to lead by example. Also, if we're going to do these longer trails, it's just a good idea. The more fatigued you get, the more likely you are to have a slip and an accident. Also, I low-key always wanted one that looked like this, you know, kind of got the back on it and the little visor. I always thought those are pretty cool back in the day. So when you're doing these bike trails, it's always good to have like a basic toolkit. Basically your Allen wrenches, your screwdrivers, like all your basic things just to keep things tight on your bike. It always helps to have a spare inner tube and a puncture repair kit and a pump. And basically just keep yourself going. Yeah, so when I was younger I used to do jet jumping, and one time I had a bike where I bent the forks on it. Another time I had another bike where I split the frame. I landed at the jump, and after I landed it, I heard this ting sound, and all of a sudden the bike felt really spongy, and I thought, what the heck? So I stopped and looked down, and my frame had actually split. And I'll show you where on the bike it split. So basically you've got this tubing here. This part right here, it's split and come like apart like this. So this is the replacement frame, and it has this piece of metal here. It's got additional welding here and here. So it's actually made for dirt jumping, which is why I bought it. And also the forks as well. This is why I bought the really nice forks, because these two things were what I had issues with in particular. Also, another reason I bought the really nice wheels was because I used to buckle them quite a bit too every time I would land. But of course it's quite silly really now you look at it, because I got this this thing on the back, and it's completely different use than what I originally had it for, but it's what I have and I enjoy it. It's a 20-something-year-old bike, and it's been mine since I was a teenager. So there's a what's the word I'm looking for, Leah? Nostalgic, maybe? Yeah, some nostalgia to it. There's another word I'm looking for, but it'll come to me. Yeah, the Great Miami River is very high today. You can see it. So only a few feet down from where we are, and this whole area is a floodplain. It goes up to the road there. So if it bursts its banks, it'll contain itself before it hits the road. You know, despite getting off to a bit of a slow start today, it's actually really nice out here. It's probably about 73 degrees, nice breeze. We're in full sun, but it doesn't feel hot. It feels good. So to my left, got the river, and then next to the river you have the railroad track, which you might be able to hear in the background. Can't really see it through the trees. And then to my right you have the main road, which I believe is Route 4. It's just a really nice, relaxing trail. Hasn't been a whole lot of people on it. I've seen a few bicyclists now, but that's about it. Also, Leo's confidence is way up. He's really steaming ahead now. You can see him just riding along. That's a confident boy right there. 12 miles last week. We're attempting to do, I think, about 15 this. And he's got his eyes on the prize now. I think we're definitely gonna try and train for the Ohio to Erie Canal Trail. Yeah, so I've got Leo's backpack now stuck on the back, bungeed on the back there, so he's able to ride without a backpack. I've got my big old bulky thing on. We bought extra stuff this time, more water. We're not going to stop at any restaurants this time. We're going to cook our own food. got some leftover bits and pieces for other camping excursions that need to be used up, so about halfway we'll stop for food. We're just now coming up on the Middletown airport, and we actually just saw a plane landing, which Leo is now amped because he's steaming ahead. I think he really wants to see that airport. Tell you what, I wasn't too impressed when I first got these tires out of the box. It's one of those kits on Amazon where you get the tires and the tubes and the levers and everything all in one place. And it looked like they were a bit more impressive on the pictures, and I got them on the bike. I'm like, they didn't look as nice as my old ones, you know, beefy downhill tires, but I tell you what, there's a lot less drag, especially on these pavement roads. So yeah, it's actually pretty nice. I'm able to kind of cruise along and not get as much drag, so maybe that's a good thing. Alright, here we are, Leo. We're right by the river. We're looking at the new map right here. And when we first set off, we basically headed toward one of the bridges, which is pretty close to our house. The Great Miami is only about 5 miles from our house. And I knew there was a path that ran along the river. And I knew it went up to Middletown, but I didn't know very much about it. And now I'm looking at the map here, and it actually says that the Great Miami River Trail is part of the country's largest paved trail network, with over 350 miles of multi-use trail to explore.
What? Is that like part of this trail?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we're definitely not doing this entire trail.
No, we're not doing this entire trail today.
We could do this, how about like maybe a month or a couple weeks after we do our big trip, the Ohio to Erie Trail, we could do this one. Because it's a little longer.
Yeah, maybe one trip at a time, but yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm learning something new here. Yeah, but Metro Parks in Butler County has more information on it. It says yourmetroparks.net, so more information if you guys are interested. So I also just found out from looking at the map that we've already done 6.4 miles, which was our distance last time from Loveland to Kings Mills and back. And so yeah, we're going to do a couple more miles down the road here, or down the path here, and then we'll have done, by the time we get back to the truck going back the other way, we'll have done even longer than last time. So we've already covered the same amount of ground as last time as far as getting there. Tell you what, this sun visor is really nice. I've got my shades on, but it just gives me a little protection from the sun. Just makes everything a bit more comfortable, and it's well vented too, so I don't even really notice I'm wearing it. I was just telling Leo I think he's very brave for even thinking about doing the Ohio to Erie Trail. I mean, of course, you know, a kid, oh yeah, I'll do it, but I mean, he did over 12 miles last time, and he's on track to do 15 this time. And I feel like if we take it at a slower pace, maybe do up to 40 miles a day and take just over a week to get up to Cleveland, I feel like it's totally doable. So we'll see how the next few weeks goes, but he seems like he's adamant on doing it with me, so I feel like it'd be really fun. Also, Leo is homeschooled, so I'm actually gonna use it as a way for you know, to teach him about the history of Ohio and some of the geography while we're on the trip. Taking it nice and slow, looking at the signs, you know, taking in the historical and geographic context of the whole thing. So I feel like that'll be a really good lesson for him, and we'll have it as like basically a big long field trip. Good job. Oh, look how high up it is. Goodness.
So sore.
We are back on the trail. What's that then? Does it go anywhere? No? Just nothing. I thought that might be a path to like a picnic area or something. It's just a bit of extra pavement. Look, Mom, no hands. So we've actually made it past our original goal for the day, which is around the 9-mile mark, and we're now probably around 10 miles before turning back around. And basically we're just looking for a good place to pull over and have a picnic, but as you can see, it's not not particularly very scenic. My personal best, I believe, is 26 miles in one day, and that's back when I was a kid, and I lived in the Surrey, which was just outside Canterbury, so I used to have to ride 4 miles into town to see my friends in Canterbury. So one day I rode into town, got together with my friends, and then we rode up to, I believe it was Blean, and then we did some riding around there, did some trails. We were back to Canterbury, went back to Surrey, then we went back down to Westbeer, which is next to Surrey, to my friend's grandparents' house, and they had an indoor pool, and we swam. And by the time all that bike riding was done, I did about 26 miles that day, I think, and then I went swimming as well. But so yeah, if we do 10 plus today, I'll be getting close to my personal record, but for him, that's amazing. He's only 9. Must say, so far this isn't as good as the trail we were on last week as far as like benches and stuff. There's not really very many benches. It'd be nice if there was a picnic table somewhere, but it's not too bad. The ride along the river is nice. Yeah, I believe we're now approaching Franklin, so we'll see what the mileage is by the time we stop, but Leah's getting close to my personal best. And when I did that ride when I was a teenager, actually I may have been 12 or 13, I think, but yeah, Leo's only 9, so it's quite an achievement for him. I think it's important to push your kids and to encourage them and to kind of push them to do new things and go further than they thought it was possible before, but you also don't want to break them. So I keep asking Leo how he's doing, and we will stop soon. There's just not really anywhere to pull over, which is kind of a shame, but it's still a pretty decent trail. It's very flat, very smooth, I must say. It's a very easy trail to ride on, but this particular stretch is full of traffic on the road and can't see a whole lot from the brush, but yeah, hopefully we stop soon. Leo just said his entire back of his head is soaked in sweat. There you go, bud, right there. Look at that. I think we found a spot. Franklin's 0.9 from here. Here we go. Perfect. Look, we even got some places to stop. All right.
Oh my goodness.
How do you feel?
Tired.
Tired?
We've done literally basically the distance of the entire trip we did last time coming by.
Yeah, we'll check the mileage in a second.
Like all the way running from Keith Mills to Loveland and all the way back.
Yeah.
Oh my!
That breeze feels good, isn't it?
We actually got feels. But feel how wet that is.
Ew, shreddy Betty.
I want to jump in the river, no matter what.
Yeah, I bet.
Dude.
All right, Leo, should we see how many miles we've done?
Yes, let's see.
All right, so I'm gonna bring my phone up here. So from where we are, 11 miles.
Wow.
So, oh, do you know what that means? By the time we get back, we've done 22 miles.
Oh my goodness, that's a long...
That's very impressive.
Submerged in it. It's continue.
Okay.
I wanna here's a squam. She hates it.
Right there.
Oh guys, after let's go. So just straight bike riding. It wasn't flat. We're gonna make some food.
So we're cooking up some ramen noodles and some Spam. And usually we don't eat that stuff very much because it's like packed full of sodium, but when you're sweating on a day like today on this ride, it's actually not so bad because you're actually losing a lot of salt through sweat. So it's good trail food because it's easy to pack, it lasts a long time, and I think Mr. Leo really likes it too.
Yeah, my head was literally just covered in sweat, so a lot of salt, you know, was gone, and so yeah. This doesn't really even matter eating all this food because literally I just so much sweat.
Yeah, lots of sweat.
I got soaked.
Yeah, me too.
So we're about to put the ramen noodles in. That's what we're doing it right now.
Spam.
Oh, I love Spam. I'm not eating that wet, soggy.
Oh, no, you don't want to have wet, soggy Spam?
It smells like Ben's dog food. Oh, it smells so good. It's like cooking up scrambled eggs. You're just gonna shake it around. Perfect. Oh gosh, fire. Here, just for my rules. Oh my goodness. Goodness, this looks so good. Soup cheers.
Soup cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Recording. Okay. Dude, that is amazing. Thanks for making that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh my goodness, it's so good.
So normally we wouldn't do Spam and noodles, but we had it kicking around and it's free. Alright, we've had a nice little stop here under this nice little awning with a picnic bench, and Leo's about ready to go back.
Hello.
We've been here for about an hour. We had a nice lunch and just relaxed for a bit. My wife ended up calling me, and we chatted for a bit. And one of the things I noticed while we were here is this thing here. What is this, Leah?
It's a bike pump.
Yeah, there's a bike pump. So you got a pump right here.
I think it's actually broken though.
Yeah, and then you've got these attachments here with like screwdrivers and stuff. And it looks like it's kind of seen better days, but I like the idea of it. You can hook your bike up and use it.
Yeah,
So
I found it.
yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, it's been a nice little stop. We're just outside Franklin. We ended up riding 11 miles. So we got 11 miles to get back to the truck. So that'll be 22 for the day, which is pretty good.
Franklin University.
All right, that was a good camp spot. All right, we're heading back 11 miles to the truck. On 7, that means you're getting stronger. Yeah, Leo just told me he's in gear 7 on his bike, so he said it's harder getting up the hills, but I told him it just means he's getting stronger, which is good. Yeah, so we just started back on the trail. My butt hurts. Definitely need to get a new saddle. Yeah, my legs are a little bit tired, but I'll tell you what, this is a great bonding experience with my son. We have a newborn at home who's be 4 weeks tomorrow, and it's been really nice. You know, I've been off work for a month and go back to work at the end of the week, and it's been nice to get out of the house a little bit with Leo and, you know, do something with him, because obviously a lot of attention's been on the baby. This has been nice for us to get out and see some of Ohio and trails in our own backyard, and it's actually a beautiful, beautiful day out. It's really nice. Alright, we've done about 2 miles on the way back, and we're just going to explore the area a little bit. You can see down here, I think normally I think you can go down a little bit further, but as you can see, the river is pretty pretty high up and flowing fast. Yeah, Leo's confidence is way up. He's steaming ahead of me right now. Oh, that breeze feels so good. Yeah, toward the northern part of this route, it's definitely more shaded. A bit more like the other one we did last week. Just really nice. And the breeze feels really good too. Yeah, so there's a plane up there by the sun. You can't really see it on the camera, but the airport's literally to my left, and we're riding past it right now. That's why I call them mountain bikes, son.
Nice.
Yeah, we could have stopped here for lunch. Look how fast that water's moving there, buddy.
Yeah, this is the calm spot right here.
Actually, that'd be pretty fun with a kayak to go in this river because of how fast it's going, but I wouldn't want to swim in it. Yeah, it looks like we found our own private beach. There's no one here, is there?
Yep, it's very nice here. There's got a bunch of rocks, and if you're toddlers, you want to play with a bunch of big boy rocks. You can chuck them in the water. You can also try to find fossils here, and you know, crystals, because sometimes you can just find little crystals in rocks. For example, sparkles in the thing, like that one. And you can go fishing here, and also, if you're brave enough to go in that monstrosity of current, you know, you can kayak here. So
yeah, and get swept away.
Have a bunch of fun here. Yeah, we should definitely come back here for a separate video. Oh! Nice.
Tell you what, I'm glad we brought the extra water with us because we've gone through almost all of it. So we're, I think, about halfway back to the truck now. Feeling good. We started about, I think, 1 o'clock this afternoon, coming up on 5, I think. We stopped for an hour for lunch, and I feel like if we had started early in the morning, we could easily have done double this distance, and that's about what we would need to do each day to do the Ohio to Erie trail. If we wanted to do it in about a week, we would need to do 40 to 50 miles a day to comfortably do it in a week, which, you know, with a 9-year-old, I want to push him, but I don't want to break him. Looking good, Leo.
Thanks.
Isn't that cool? That plane flew right over us. It's getting ready to land.
Yeah. This is the peaceful part.
All right, we just stopped for a little
Refill?
liquid IV refill, and
I didn't do it.
beautiful day. There's an ant on my camera. Hold on. Got him. Anyway, yeah, we just stopped for a little break. Done really good today, haven't we? Yeah, it was pretty cool. Just a second ago, we had a plane fly right over us as it was coming into land. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, there's just the different parts of the river, or just the trail. Each part just its own glory. Like this part, I call this the coast part. There's also this part which I call the meadow part. So you can look over there, you can see a big hill, and it's like meadowy when you get on the top, and we were on that before. There's also this part which I called it the calm part when we were having lunch.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely need a new saddle and a new crankcase because this thing's just not making very good sounds and it feels a bit loose. But I bought tools to tighten it back up if I need to. Yeah, this thing is coming loose. You can kind of see it if I knock it on my foot. It's not supposed to do that. I'm gonna have to stop in a second and tighten it back up.
I got tired because of that.
Wow, that thing is really loose. How many times I was able to turn that around. Get it all nice and tight, and we'll be good to go.
I guess it's just for my stand, just able to be
Nice and tight.
to be very specific.
Hold on.
That's not a bird, that is a plane.
That is a plane coming into land.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's much better. It's running smooth again. That's happened a few times. That crankcase is definitely worn out, so gonna get that replaced soon. By the way, my new tire pump that I bought attaches to my water bottle mount, and it's also got a pressure gauge on it too, which is really cool. Must say the section closer to Trenton. You okay, bud?
Yeah.
Getting tired? Yeah, all right, let's take a break then. I was saying the section closer to Trenton is definitely more scenic. You can see the river down there, and it's further away from the road, so it's pretty nice. All right, we stopped for another little break here. Leo stopped all of a sudden and was saying he felt like giving up, which meant that he needed to eat something. So we broke up the snack bag, and he's feeling much better. When you ride a bike this much, you burn a lot of calories. I think he burned something like 600 odd calories an hour while riding, and today we're doing about 3 hours, so that's about 1,800 calories. That's about what Leo might eat in a day. So he's got to eat twice what he normally eats, which I'm sure he's okay with that. You okay with that?
Yeah, I love food.
Yeah, he loves food. So yeah, we've definitely been demolishing our snack bag. We came out with 2 of them, and one of them's now a trash bag, and the other's the what's left of the snacks. And I've run out of water. I just finished my last water about 10 minutes ago. Leo's now on his last bottle, so we're running out of supplies, but we're getting close to the truck, so we're doing good. What do you see, Leo?
Look at that. Little jumping around. Oh, he's in the ground.
See a little froggy?
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Oh, there
He's
he
a
is.
little frog, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep, you see him jumping.
Yep, that's a
He's a
little,
little tiny frog.
That's a, yeah, it's a little tiny frog.
All right, that little snack break is exactly what Leo needed. He's off again already. That's all they need. Just give him some snacks and get him to have some liquids, and they're good to go. And he'll keep going for the next few miles until we get back to the truck. Taking another break here. Leo's having some more snacks. Another 3.7 miles to go, and we'll be back at the truck. How you feeling?
Hungry.
Hungry. Leo said he's looking forward to having shepherd's pie and ice cream when we get home. Yeah, let's go up here, bud. We just found a little place with a restroom and a water fountain, so I've refilled the bottles, so we're good to go. Must admit, I was getting pretty thirsty there. I had finished up my last bottle probably about 20-30 minutes earlier, and I was hoping they'd have water, and they did. So they had a nice clean restroom facilities and a little water fountain. It was just right. Yeah, I think my favorite part of the trail is between Middletown and Trenton, because it's far away from the road, or further away from the road, and closer to the river. It's very scenic, especially with it getting later like this. It's just very pretty. Loose again. Just noticed my crankcase is coming loose again. That. See it coming loose? I don't want to stop because we just started back up and we've only got 2 miles left to get back to the truck, so I'll just see if I can nurse it till we get back. That's right. Yeah, Leo was just saying that our visors help block the sun, which is, you can see it, it's putting a little bit of shade on over my eyes, which is perfect. You know, us training for this trip reminds me of the trip I took on the motorcycle from Cincinnati to San Francisco. I had 2 side bags and a big duffel bag that I strapped to the back of the bike. And in the duffel bag I had all my clothes and toiletries and, you know, personal stuff. And on the other side I had snacks and water bottles. And on the other side I had like tools and a extra quart of oil and stuff like that. So I'll probably do the same thing this time around. But Leo's wanting to camp as well. So I think we'll get him some side bags too. And between the 2 of us, we should be able to split everything pretty evenly and be able to make a nice trip out of this. But it's definitely slower than the motorcycle, but it's nice, you know, it's good exercise, it's good bonding time, we can chat while we're riding. It's just really nice. Oh, and by the way, I did stop to fix the crank because it almost came off. Hey Leo, we're almost there, buddy. See that bridge up there? That's where we're going. We're almost there.
I remember that bridge.
Yeah, you remember that? You've done really good, buddy. You've done over 20 miles. It's awesome. Leo said he sees the truck. He must have better eyes than I do. Oh, wait, no, I think I see it now. Must be an age thing. That's it, buddy, almost there. We made it back to the truck. All right. High five, Leo.
22 miles.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. We put out new videos every week.
Mm-hmm.